So, hello everyone. My name is Aryan Bhandari, and I am the facilitator for Android Study Jams for the year 2021 to 2022 in Presidency University. Okay, so let's just you might be curious that what is Android Study Jams. Let's know about it a bit more. So, basically, Android Study Jams are community organized study groups for people to do hands-on learning for Android development. And in this, we'll learn about Android Basics, which is a series of session focused especially on learning how to build Android apps without prior Android experience. Okay, so in this study jam, we'll be learning Android app development using Kotlin, which is a programming language. Okay, so as I've already asked that many of you don't have any prior experience. Okay, so that's totally fine. Okay, so it's a very beginner friendly course and anyone can join. Okay, so let's just see what is Kotlin exactly. So Kotlin is a modern statically typed programming language. Now statically means that the type must be mentioned by the programmer. Like you might have used C or C++ or in Java that we use int. Okay, so int any variable x. Yeah, so the type is defined by us, right? So similarly in the Kotlin, the type must be defined by the programmer. Also, it is compiled by the compiler before execution. So that is what statically typed means. Like we have dynamically typed programming languages like Python and JavaScript. Okay, so Kotlin was introduced around 2010 by JetBrains. We all know JetBrains, the team behind IntelliJ. Okay, and it is free, open source, and has been used over 5.8 million developers around the world. So no doubt that Kotlin comes under the top 5 most loved programming languages, and it is being used very vastly from many developers are using it, and there are many reasons that we'll discuss why many companies are shifting to Kotlin. Okay, one of which is Google itself, and around May 2017, Google announced the Kotlin to become an officially supported language in the Android system. Yeah, and you can see these many apps in your screen, and not only Google, and even Zomato and companies like Flipkart are using Kotlin as programming languages. Okay, so the main reason I think was uh, oh, one second. So sorry for the disturbance. um, yeah, so there are many reasons. So I guess why Google shipped it is because of null pointer exception. So in Java, when you declare a value, like you're declaring int count is equals to 0, so you have to initialize it with 0. So let's just say you're writing a very big program, and sometimes you forget to initialize, so it will give a null pointer exception. So that is what is handled by Kotlin. And also you can see that Kotlin comes under Apache 2.0 license, and so it is free to use. Yeah, and that's one of the bigger reason. Okay, and now what do we have in Android Basics with Kotlin? Okay, so what are we going to learn in the course? So let me just show you a website. Okay, so this is the website where you will find the course. Okay, I'll provide the link in a very short time. And so you have total 6 units. Okay, so we have Kotlin Basics, so we'll learn about Kotlin programming language. Then you have some layouts. Okay, so you'll be start using Android Studio, and you'll be start developing your first app. Then you have navigation, how to navigate between screens. Okay, then how to the internet, because many apps these days require to connect to the internet. And there are another units. So after completing all these 6 units, that means you've completed the whole course, and you will get around 16 badges that you can showcase in your developer profile. Okay, all these links, even how to create developer profile, I'll be showing you that in a moment. Okay, so in any unit, you can click on explore. Okay, so basically you have to sign in with the same profile that you have created, Google profile. Okay, with the same email ID. Okay, and don't try to change your Google profile URL, or between the course. Okay, so you will find pathways, okay, in units. So you have to complete all of these, and you will get respective badges. Okay, now you have, so how do we start? Just like I said, that you have to create your own developer profile. Okay, so for now, let me just paste it in the chat itself. Okay, so let me just, I'll open you in front of you. Okay, so this is how a developer web looks like. Okay, so this is mine. So similarly, you have to create it in the same way. Okay, I'll be sharing you with the links. Okay, so yeah, let me just discuss rewards, and then we'll go through all the process once again. So what are the rewards for you? Okay, so for certificate of appreciation, that will be once you complete all the 6 units, then we'll be also tracking your progress. So once you complete all the 6 units, you'll be getting certificate of appreciation by GDSC Presidency University. Okay, and also reimbursement of certification fees. So there is a certificate known as AAD, Android Associate Certificate. Okay, so this is the Associate Android Developer Certificate that we are going to learn using Kotlin. And there are some guidelines that how you can avail this certificate. So you have to, this is the paid certification. Okay, so you have to pay the full fees, and then you will provided with a form. Okay, you have to fill it, and you have to provide your Google Developer ID that you have completed with all your 6 units. Okay, your Google Developer profile. Okay, and you must have completed all the 6 units. Okay, all the relatable badges, you must have that in your profile, and then you can apply for the certification program. Okay, and only the 80% of the amount will be reimbursed. Okay, and 20% you'll have to pay. So first you'll have to pay the whole fees. Okay, and then after you provide a valid bill. Okay, so I just said about a form, so you have to give all your details into that. Okay, a valid bill, your developer profile, your you have completed all the 6 units, so that must be provided, and then you will get the 80% of the amount as a reimbursement. Okay, so this was about the certification, and also you will getting all the around 16 badges, and obviously that you can showcase in your Google Developer profile. Now what we have is that while we are completing all our 6 units, so I will suggest all of you to complete 6 units as soon as possible, because so we'll be creating a app as our end project, and not only us, people from many other colleges. So they'll be submitting an app, and as I am the facilitator for Presidency University, so I'll be submitting an app, and the best app gets recognized by the Google team, by the Google Play Store team itself. Okay, so that is there. So I would suggest you guys to complete all the 6 units, and then we can quickly create teams, and then we can start working on our end project. Okay, so here are some guidelines for creating the app. So you have to use Kotlin primary language. Yeah, so that is there, and you have to implement at least 3 Android with Kotlin concepts. Okay, so that you will learn while you're completing the course. Okay, so obviously you have to use Android Studio to build an app, and you have to use some Android Jetpack libraries. Okay, So there are some guidelines like 2 to 3 screens you must be able to navigate between them. Some you have to use room from the Injectec libraries and all of that view model and everything that you have to use. Okay, so once you study all of that, you'll get to know. Okay, and now let's just discuss about, again, go through how to actually enroll in it. Okay, so first of all, what I want you guys is to join the Discord server. Okay, so I'll be providing all the links there. Also, I'll be providing in the chat box. Okay, so let me just the link. So this is the Discord link. Okay, and I'll share one more link with you guys. This is the link where you need to go do RSVP. This is very important. Okay, you have to first go join Discord server and also go to the second website and RSVP there, so you will know about another sessions that are coming up. Okay, and also uh, let me show you. So this is how the website looks like. This is a Presidency University GDSC website. Okay, now over here you will find, so I'm getting a leave chapter over here, so you'll find to join chapter. If you have not already joined, you can create your account and sign in. Okay, and then you can see your upcoming events. So similarly, you will see day 2 and day 3, and you have to go into that and RSVP. Just press on RSVP button. Okay, so this was about it. Okay, so simultaneously, as I'm showing you all of these, if you have any questions, you can ask in the chat box. Okay, I'll be taking that right now. Okay, and also I'll be sharing you some more links. So this is the link where you'll find the course. Okay, and so guys, if you have any doubt, you can ask me right now. Okay, and then we'll move on to hands-on session on Kotlin. Okay, we'll know about more about Kotlin. So this is the link where you need to create your Google profile. If you have already, don't try to create one more, or don't try to change your URL. Okay, if you don't have, just create your Google profile, and then you can go on with it. Okay, and the same with the same email ID, you must sign in the course itself. Okay, so that is how the badges will be assigned to you. Yes, I'll paste the links on Discord also. So if anyone else have any doubt, you can ask them. Okay, so I have sent the links in Discord also, so you can find the links under Android Study Jams. and we have a channel named Android Resources, so you can find it there. Yes, so there is a time limit. Okay, so the deadline is 10th of January. Okay, so uh, after that also you can, start, you can learn after that also. But why you have to complete before 10th January is because we need to create our end project, right? So for that, I'm suggesting you, all of you, to complete all the 6 units, as soon as you can. Okay, I know like many of you might have some exams, but yeah.
Hello everyone. Am I audible, Aryan?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So I'll just take 5 minutes of yours. So I see a lot of new people have also joined in between. So for those of you who missed what happened in the first, previous 20 minutes, I'll just do a quick recap for you guys about the whole Android study jams. Okay, and then we can move on with the proper hands-on Kotlin session that Aryan is going to take. So, my name is Trehan Sangpre. I am the GDSC lead for Presidency University, and Aryan here, my friend, is tech lead of GDSC, and as well as he is the Android Study Jams facilitator for the year 2021-2022. So that's a brief intro. Other than that, this whole Android Study Jam is basically a competition that is held between all of the Indian colleges. So if you might not know this fact, but there are like 300 plus GDSCs in India itself. So like 300 plus colleges are right now competing in the Android Study Jams. So as Aryan was telling you about the final project, that is the the competition, that's the main submission, the project that you submit, and that the Google Play Store team is going to assess your project, your app, whatever you're going to make, and then they will be showcasing your project on their special showcase area in Play Store, as well as they'll also be recognizing your project and giving you certificates for the same. So that's like the main end goal of this Android study jams. So even if you're a beginner, or if you already know Kotlin, or about Android development, you are good to go. You can start studying. You have all the links in the chat, and as well as I can see that there's some Discord problem in Discord link. The links are not working right now. So we'll properly format all the links, okay, in Discord, and then we'll send just like RN is sent right now. Okay, so you'll be getting all of those. So the major things that you need are, first of all, the main thing is that you should be a member of GDSC Presidency University on the Google Developers platform. Okay. So Aryan, can you shift to that tab and then show them where it is?
Yeah.
So in the chat box, if you notice, it's the second link. Okay. The links which Aryan has shared is the second link, which is rebrand.ly/GDSCPU devcom. So that is the link basically where in which you have to go and become a part of GDSC Presidency University. Aryan, have you changed the tab?
Sorry.
The DevCom, the community platform tab.
Okay.
Yep. So this is the community platform tab. Okay. So this is the second link. So make sure that you open this link, and here you can see that Aryan is already a member of the chapter. So it's telling leave chapter. So instead of that, you'll be getting join chapter or join this group. So make sure that you become a member, so that all of the events and everything you'll be notified about. And the next important thing is, if you can scroll down a little bit, Aryan, so you'll find the upcoming events. Make sure that this is the first, right, this is the first one that you're attending right now, Android Study Jam day 1. So make sure you go ahead and click on view details for day 2 and day 3. So if you can click on view details, Aryan, for day 2. Yep. So you'll find a small button here that says RSVP. So make sure that you click on that button and RSVP for both the events, that is day 2 and day 3. Okay, so day 2 and day 3, that is tomorrow and day after tomorrow, are going to be a Q&A sessions. So we are not going to have them here on the Bevy platform. I know this is a little bit annoying, but we cannot do anything about it. This is a requirement from Google's side. They have this whole platform and all running for us. But yeah, for tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we are going to do it on Discord. It will be pretty chill, and it will be very easy for you to also to access the events. So yeah, we'll make sure that it is. And yeah, make sure that you RSVP, and then that's how you'll be notified about all the events and all. And that's how even we can keep track of what all people are actively participating in Android study jams. Okay, so let's come back to the second point. The first one was, getting on this RSVPing on the platform. The second thing is joining Discord. So everything that we do is going to be on Discord. Okay, so our Discord, again, the link is the first link in the chat. Okay, if you want, I'll send it again. This is the link for Discord. So you can go ahead, join our Discord server. All the information that you need, all the communication regarding Android study jams, you'll find a new category there. You can go pick up a role in Get Started, and that's how you can also be reminded of all the things that are happening in Android study jams. Okay, so Discord is going to be the primary source of information. Okay, and also you can just normally search about us on Instagram, and you'll find all of the links in a very clean manner. I'll drop that link also for you. Okay, just for the ease of it. So 1 second, let me send you that link. Yep, it's in the chat box. So you can now go ahead on this link. It has all of the links. It has Instagram, it has WhatsApp, it has Telegram, all the links that you might need to actually, stay aware about whatever is going on in GDSC and whatever we are doing, and all the programs along with it. Rest, you have two things related to the Android study jams that are very, very important again, which is creating your developer profile. So Aryan just, showed you the developer profile page, and also the link is there in the chat box. So you can go ahead and create your developer profile if you don't have one. If you already have one, then you're good to go. And the last one is to basically, the last thing, the which we have to achieve, is the final project that we have to meet. That is why we are having these study jams, wherein RN, being the mentor, the facilitator, is going to guide you through all of these pathways. So if you have doubts, we'll have doubt sessions. RN is going to be available for you on Discord. So if you face any problems, you can ping him on Discord, and he'll be helping you out to learn Kotlin as fast as you can. Because again, this is like a race between all of the other colleges. So every student, whoever is interested in Android and who is a part of a GDSC college, they're all preparing right now. They're all basically doing these kind of sessions right now, and they are learning about, okay, so this is something that we have to do, and they're all gearing up for that particular one project that we have to make. So this is the project page, as you can see on the screen. Aaron is showing it to you right now. So you have to complete all of these pathways, and once you are done with it, we'll be sharing a form on Discord that you need to fill. So basically, we'll be checking if you have all the badges or not, whether you have completed or not, and then you'll be selected in the team that is going to make that final project app. Okay, so you'll get all of the resources to learn right here on this page, and also you can find all the links later on in Discord as well. So Discord and the developer platform, it's very, very important. So that's a quick recap about everything that we discussed till now. And now we are moving forward with Aryan's showcase of a, no, a small hands-on Kotlin session. Okay, so anyone, if you have any doubts regarding the whole program or anything about it, do let us know in the chat box. We can clear it out and then move on with the hands-on session. If everything is fine, if you guys got everything, you can just send an emoji like thumbs up, or you can write understood or yes, done. Okay, cool. Vasant has sent me a thumbs up. Great. Shanwas, Kavya, great, amazing. Okay, and as I said, Discord is always open. Okay, so our Discord server is always open. You can anytime, if you have any doubts, you have the channels dedicated for Android Study Jam. And Aryan, being the facilitator, he'll be helping you out. And also all the other GDSC members, those who are there, whoever is a team member, they will be helping you out in all of your, doubts and whatever help you need. So you can reach out to us at any times. All our emails and messages, everything is open for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much, Aryan, for giving me the time. And now you can move forward with the explanation. Thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you for that. Okay. Okay, guys, I guess now I'm gonna share you a link. Okay, and we'll dive into Kotlin. How to, we'll just learn some basics about Kotlin. So, okay, so just you have to go to a search. Just search Kotlin Playground. Okay, and we'll find a website like this. So this is the Kotlin's website itself. Okay, and let me just it's the website. Okay. What I want.
Okay, so Aryan will be back in a minute. Till then, if anyone has any doubts regarding GDSC, also, if you want to ask about it, like what is GDSC, if you want to be a part of GDSC, so we are still recruiting people for GDSCs. So if you still want to be part of, we have a lot of departments. We have tech, we have mentor, we have social media, events, and a lot of other departments. So if anyone has any doubts regarding that, you can also ask that.
Yes, so I'm back.
Okay, great.
So that is the website you can go on. So if you guys have joined with your mobile, you can either use your laptop. It would be great if you follow along. So this is the Kotlin. This is the website they provide us, and you can play around with the Kotlin code over here. Also, if guys, so how many guys are already familiar with IDs like Eclipse, or you have experience in Android development using Java? You know, so you guys can type in the chat box. So if you guys already know about Android development using Java, Kotlin, Swift, or anything, just let me know. Like if you guys have experience, you can just type Kotlin beginner or Java intermediate, or you can write nil if you don't have any prior experience. Okay, Ramya said nil. Cool. So I'm just assuming that Flutter beginner. Okay, Flutter, cool. Himanshu said Flutter beginner and the beginner said nil. Okay, all right. So if you guys all have already used Eclipse, or you want to use Eclipse to run Kotlin, so in Eclipse, uh, you will have to go to Eclipse Marketplace. So obviously, if you guys are using Eclipse, you might know about the Eclipse Marketplace, and there you have to search for Kotlin plugin, and then you have to install it and restart. But for Android development, you can just open this website and you can play around. Okay, so this is the first code that we'll get, that is println hello world, And if I'm gonna run it from here, you can see that's printed hello world. Okay, so this is how we print hello world or print anything in Kotlin. Okay, so now let's discuss about types of variables. Okay, so I'm just over here, I'm just gonna type variables. So we have two types of variables, which is we can either write it as var. Okay, these are mutable, and one we can type as val. Okay, so these are immutable. Okay. So immutable means its value can be changed, and sorry, mutable means the value can be changed, and immutable means that its value cannot be changed once it is already declared. Okay, so let me just take an example, and let me just write uh, some variable using var, and let me write it as name. Okay, I'll just give it my name. So whenever if you write like this in the double quotes, that means a string. So I'm assuming that you guys know about C or C++ or any other language. Okay, so this is how we write. So this will already take it as string. Okay, or else what you can do, you can give a colon over here and write string. Okay, so this will tell that now it's going to be a string. So if I give it a number, okay, so this might give me a error. Okay, so if I run it, so it gives me an error. Okay, so I have to, or if I don't use this, it will take it as an integer. Okay, if I run it, it won't give me error. Okay, so acha, how many of you already have some experience with other programming languages like C or Java, or C++, or even Python? You guys can just write in the chat box if you have any prior experience. So I just know that, how I'm gonna go with it. Okay, so I don't have to touch all the basics part. So if you already know some programming languages, C and Java, C, right, right. So mostly you guys are from CSE related branches, or you guys have studied C, C++, or Python already. Right, that's good. That's good. Okay, that would help me too. Okay. Okay, so now if I want to use this, let me just again write it as Arya. So over here, if I want to use it, I'm just gonna use a dollar sign, and under the braces, I can write the variable name. Okay, that we created over here. And if we just run it, it's gonna print my name. Okay, so this was about using a var. Okay, so this is mutable. Now if I just add this again and change it to Rehan, so it's gonna now print as hello Trehan. Okay, now if I just change it to val, okay, so this was mutable. Okay, var was mutable, and so we could change. Now if I just change it to val, okay, so this is immutable. Now let me just try to run it. It says that val cannot be reassigned. Okay, so it's giving me an error. So basically now I cannot rename or assign anything to it. Okay, so I've removed it. Now it won't give me any error. Yeah, so this was about how to declare variables. This was very basics about how to assign a variable. Now let me show you my slide. And so why are we exactly using Kotlin? Okay, so there are many features of Kotlin. Okay, so three of which is code safety, less code, and interoperability. Okay, let's just discuss about code safety first. So as I was talking about why Google changed its code to Kotlin, and many other companies like Flipkart and Zomato are using Kotlin, is because when they used to use Java, and in Java we need to declare like this, like in x is equal to 0, and if sometimes we forget to declare it, if we just keep it like this, it will give me an error, a null pointer exception. So that is handled by Kotlin. Okay, and that's why many people shifted to Kotlin. Okay, and when the developers were asked, so they were said from a huge percentage, they were efficient, and as well as their code was fast. Okay, so let's discuss about nullable types that provides code safety in Kotlin. Okay, you can write either where. Okay, and let's just write some some variable name, and it's a string. We have to use this question mark in order to tell that it's a nullable type, and we can assign it null itself. Okay. So we are allowed to do this in Kotlin, and in compile time itself it will give me an error, so I can use this. So if place is null, you can use if else conditions. So if place is null, and this will happen, that will happen. Okay, so this was about nullable types, and this is how we declare in Kotlin. Okay, and second thing was less code. Okay, so in the other slide you can see is that this code is written in Java. Okay, so there's a class, and there's all getters and setters methods there. Okay, that Java has, and this whole code can be written in Kotlin with just using one line. Okay, so this is how Kotlin is more efficient, and we used to use less boilerplates. And so this is on Java, the whole code in one line in Kotlin. Okay, so let's just discuss some more things in Kotlin. Okay, and you might have know about switch case, right? That you have used. So you have switch case, and you use case inside, case A or case 1 2 3, and what will happen. Similarly, in Kotlin we use when. Okay, let me just remove it, and you can use when, and that will pass name, or okay, like this. And what we can write is like if the name is Aryan, so just print uh, hello, Aryan. Or you can you can also use dollar sign. This is like if you might have used JavaScript, we call it like template literals or like that. So it's kind of similar. Okay, so let's just use name there. Okay, and if it is Aryan, it's gonna print this. Okay, and we can take another case. Let's just say if it is GDSC, we can print the else. If none, there's none of any case, so we can just write that this print ln, and it's not a name. Okay, so now if I run it, it's gonna print hello Aryan, because so this is my name. Okay, and if I check, so it matches this case, so it will print my name. If I write GDSC over there and run it, it's gonna print GDSC. Okay, and I write something else, it's gonna print not a name. Okay, let me change it back to Aryan, and now over in Kotlin, uh, see we can return a value like this. Okay, so let's just say in this, let me keep it in bracket. And if I write just 10, so without even me writing return 10, it's just gonna the compiler just gonna take it as return value. Okay, whatever there is a last statement, it's gonna take it as return value. Okay, so if I you can I can write a variable over here which can take the value. Let's just take in like this itself. Okay, so I'm taking the value in this. Okay, so if I just let me just change it to GDSC and run it. It's printing hello GDSC, but this 10 of is no use because it's going in this case, right? And it's just printing this. But if I just write Aryan back, and uh, it is printing my name because it is going in this case. Okay, so as to print this value, let me use another print statement like this. Okay, and now run it again. So it's printing 10 because it's going in this. Okay, so it matches this RN case, and it's going in this case, and 10 is taking as default return statement. It's giving it to the value. Okay, now if I change to GDSC, it's giving me Kotlin.unit. Okay, so like we have null in Java that nothing is found, kind of like that, Kotlin uses unit. Okay, so because we don't have any return statement over here, so it's println, it's not a return statement. Okay, anything else like we have 10 over here can be returned and will store in this value. Okay, so like we used aryan, and it's gonna print me 10. Okay, so this was about using when. Okay, so if you guys have any question, in between, if you guys have any question, you can ask in the chat box. I'll be frequently checking out the chat box also. Okay, so okay, ranges, let's just discuss about range. And so let's just declare a variable. Let's just say x, and let's say 1 2 4. Let me write it first like this, or random. Okay. What it says that take any value in between 1 to 4, and give any random value out of that. Okay, so this is a range 1 to 4. Okay, so it includes 1 2 3 4. Let me just try to print it. Okay, so it's printing 1. Okay, let me just comment all of the these things, and let me run it again. It's giving me 1. Okay, let's run again. It's giving me 2. Okay, now you can keep running. It's giving me 3 sometimes, or 2 again. So it's giving me a random value which has a range from 1 to 4. Okay, we can also use this range concept in if or for. Okay, so like in if, we are searching for 2, if 2 is in 1 to 4. Okay, so print when that 2 is found. So obviously 2 is in the range 1 2 3 4, so it must print 2 is found. Yeah, so it's printing 2 is found, right? So this what about ranges in Kotlin. Yeah, what does that mean, string null? Okay, so in order to assign any value as null, we need to give this question mark. This implies that we are going to make this a nullable type. Okay, so this can actually store a null value. Okay, in Java, if you do this directly, if you give a value, a null value, it's gonna give you a error. Okay, so you have to type cast in, and all the stuff is there. But in Kotlin, they provide you features so that you can use question mark. Okay, so this is the variable name, this is the variable name, this is the type. Okay, string type, and this question mark represents that it's going to be a nullable type. I guess that cleared your doubt, Sujay and Himanshu. Yeah, you can just confirm it if your doubt is clear. Okay, good. Okay, so in the slide, we discussed about code safety, that is nullable types. We discussed about uh, okay, so let's discuss about less code. I already discussed about less code. Let's just uh, talk about classes and objects in Kotlin. Okay, so let me create a class. Let's create a class. uh, with this name it as robot. Okay, in this I can take a variable, okay, like this. And uh, okay, checking the chats. Okay, minimize. Okay, yeah, so I'm giving it a string type. And over here I'm gonna, this is the class. Okay, I'm naming the class as robot. Okay, and this is the variable, and I'm I'm take some value. Okay, this, that value must be of string type. And inside I'm gonna create another variable. I'll just give it a string. Okay, like we have constructors in all the other languages. So in Java, if you need to create a constructor, you'll just write the class name as it is. In Kotlin we use init. Okay, and we just assign uh, name like this. So every time this class runs, okay, this class is instantiated, uh, this will run. Okay, init will run, and whatever the name I pass over here will be assigned to the name which is there in the class. Okay, now let's just create some objects. Okay, so I can write val, and I can write r1 or robot1 or anything. It's a robot, and I'll pass it a name. Let's just say Aryan. And I'm just gonna print r1 dot name. Okay, so what do you guys think, what will it print? What do you guys think that it's gonna print? Create a class, I'm passing this Aryan value which will be stored in this, and then it's gonna again assign it to this name. Okay, so what do you guys think, what will be the r1 dot name, what will it print? You can type in the chat box. Okay, let's just run it. Yes, so it's printing Aryan. Okay, let me comment this also, but we have only this. So it's printing Aryan. If I pass J, it's again gonna print J. Okay, now in this code also we can minimize this code further. Okay, I'm gonna remove all of these. Okay, and just gonna write like this. Okay, and then if I again run it, it's gonna do the same thing. Yeah, I'm getting some warnings because I'm not using all of this, so mainly because of that. Okay, so main thing that it has reduced to one line. Whatever code I wrote just now, it's just you can write it in one line like this. Okay, so it automatically takes this name J. Okay, I'm given the type that it must be string type, and also I'm passing a string itself, and it's gonna assign it to name. Okay, and any other object if you create, it's gonna assign the name J to the name variable. Okay, so this was about less code. Okay, so you guys got it? Like, are you following up till now? Yep. Anyone can reply in the chat box if you got it. Yep. Cool. Yes, yes. Don't call me sir, okay? I'm also in third year in Presidency University. Okay, yeah, cool, cool. So this was about less code. So in our slide, we discussed about code safety. We discussed about less code, and interoperability is like, if so, because Java was all around in this Android industry for, you know for mobile development. They shifted from Java to Kotlin. Now shifting from Java to Kotlin is very easy. Okay, so in if you open Android Studio Code, you can, there is just one by one, just one click, you can convert the whole code, whole Java code to Kotlin code. Okay, so that is why we can also say that Kotlin is interoperable. Okay, and also there are some Java libraries, like Java has calendar. Okay, so that can be used with Kotlin also. Okay, so this was about Kotlin. Okay, and you don't need to know everything about Kotlin. You don't need to master Kotlin to start your Android development. Okay, you just need to know about some basics. Okay, I showed you some, when or if else conditions. I showed you range. I showed you random function. I showed you the classes and, objects, how to create that. That much is enough. Also, functions are also important. So like in any other programming language, you have to use, the functions. Okay, if you want, I'll just show you one example. uh, and during that, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, so let me just create a function. Okay, so to create function, we use a fun variable. Okay, Kotlin use fun variable for creating function. I just create a function that adds two numbers, two integer numbers. And first, I'll just say that it is a variable is a, its type is int, like this. Okay, and similarly, I'll write this b, and its type is int. Okay, and it must return some value. So to tell that it's going to return some value, again semicolon, sorry, colon, and then your type, which type of integer it's going, which type of value it's gonna return. Okay, and what I'm going to return is just simply write return a plus b. Okay, and then use this function like this. Pass two numbers, let's say 2 and 6, and let's just see. Let me just comment. I'm commenting using control and plus forward slash. Okay, control plus forward slash. That's what I'm commenting. Okay, so it's telling unresolved reference. Okay, so the server add function. Let me just check. Um, okay, let me just uh, cut this. Let me use a variable. Let's say some x partition. Okay. So we are passing two values, and also we are expecting a return value of a plus b. Okay, and we put the value. Okay, let's just check. Okay, public inline function. Okay, let me just check. So we have created a function, and my main is over here, and This is my class. Let me just come to my class. I think okay. So I'm giving it an int, passing an int, and a b value, and okay. So maybe let me just run it once again. Yeah. So it's giving. So this is how we do it. Okay, maybe I was using a function inside a function, so that is why it was giving me error. So yeah, so we have passed 2 and we have passed 6. Okay, and it will get 2 and 6, and it's gonna return a plus b. As I said, that if you don't write return also, it's gonna take that statement as a return. I can remove all of this. Okay, and I mean this, and hopefully uh, okay, so if you are in a block body, okay, so if you have this uh, when you have write like this, the int statement, you're telling that we need a integer as a return. Okay, and then you're opening the parenthesis, then you have to write the return statement like this. Okay, and or else maybe I guess you can even do uh, like this. Okay, so you don't have to write all of that return code that I was talking about. You can simply put equals to, and you can put a plus b, and this is how you can reduce your code. Okay, and also what we can do is I can also just initialize b as 0, and if I just simply pass 2, so it's gonna give me 2, obviously, because 2 plus 0 is going to be 0, and I'm only passing. Let's just see if we pass 4 over here. It's giving me 6. Okay, so it overrid it and it assigned 4 to the b. Also in Kotlin, so in Java, when you're assigning these values, okay, so you're giving 2 for a and 4 for b. So what you have to do is you have to write in the same format that is there in the function. But in Kotlin, what we can do is we can simply over here we can write that this is b, and I'm giving b as 7. Okay, and I'm giving a as 2. That's why I've reordered the format, so it's not in the same format. Let's just check. Okay, so it gives 9, right? So we can even change the format. We don't need to remember the format, because if it's a big program and there are many different other variables, it's in string, something is in a, b, or any name place. There are many variables to take in. So you can just write, whenever you're calling the function, you can just write the variable name and pass the value. I hope you understood it till now, and this was the basics that you need to know about Kotlin for developing an Android app. Okay, till now, if you have any doubt, you guys can ask me. Okay, also, before you can go to examples. Okay, this is a very great that Kotlin has the whole documentation. It's very good. You can go to the examples over here, and you can, from the starting, you have like hello world and functions, how to write these functions. The documentation is very good. You can go through these. So you have null safety over here that I discussed about. This can't be null, so it's giving you. Then you have different special classes. So this is what that I showed in the example, the data class. So you guys can check out, but obviously you guys can go to this Okay, this is the course that is Android basics in Kotlin, and you can definitely start with this Kotlin basics. Okay, so this was about it for today's session, and if you have any doubt, you guys can ask it right now. If your even friends wants to join, okay, you can also refer to this, you can also help him out or help her out. Okay, and so this was it about today. And if you have any doubt regarding any links or any uh, GDSC related to GDSC, you guys can ask. Okay, guys, so if you don't have any doubt, thank you for joining. You guys can now. Thank you so much. I'll be ending this session in a minute.